And we are back. So yesterday, great news yesterday for Horizon fans like myself. I'm a very big Horizon fan. So yes, allow me to just celebrate this. Horizon MMO was announced yesterday. So what's happening with the Horizon universe? Two things. One, we know that there is a Horizon multiplayer game in the works from Gorilla. So that's confirmed. That's still happening. But this is a new game that was just announced yesterday in collaboration with NCSoft. And this is an MMO game. And it looks great, but this is something we do have to talk about because there's a bit of a controversy happening right now with the Horizon games, and maybe a little bit of confusion because there's a lawsuit. Yes, there is a lawsuit still in the works about this IP. So it seems like what happened was Tencent was trying to get the IP to make a mobile game. Clearly, that IP went to NCSoft, and Tencent just decided to kind of use their assets to create a new game and called it Light of Moterum. So I initially thought Light of Moterum was the game, the rumored Horizon game. Well, it turns out it's not. It's this. So this is the rumored MMO game. So here's a question about this game. What exactly is going to be different about this with the Horizon game, and how exactly does it fit in, and how does the multiplayer game fit in, and why is this not coming to PlayStation? And maybe we should start there. Why is this game not coming to PlayStation? Well, I think the number one thing to keep in mind is on a business front, there is a chance that it does still come to PlayStation. However, it was built with PC and mobile in mind, and that is probably a good testing ground for this. Look, PlayStation doesn't really want to deal with any more whoopsies when it comes to their games not getting received well. They don't have any more capacity for that. So I think when it comes to their more live service games or their more experimental games, let's put it that way, experimental games, and in this case, experimental meaning games that are not third-person, story-driven, like an MMO. That's experimental, or something that might require microtransactions. Those things, I believe they're going to be more experimental on before bringing it out to the PlayStation console. Because I've been telling my friends recently that when it comes to the console itself, when it comes to PlayStation console, I think Sony wants to make it known that PlayStation is mostly about quality. So I think mobile and PC is just a really good testing ground for something like this. And as it were, games like this, MMO games like this are better received on PC anyways, rather than the PlayStation. So I think it's more of a debate of quality and what you can be associated with if that quality doesn't pan out. So I think that's what's happening here. Okay. And the other thing is, you gotta keep in mind that if we're talking just gaming, MMOs don't do too well on consoles, really ever. MMOs really aren't meant for consoles. But here's the thing. This game does look like Monster Hunter, right? It does look like Monster Hunter. Because the question is, how do you do a Horizon IP that's not Monster Hunter-like? And I think the answer is there's no way. That's the whole point. The biggest element of Horizon is the Monster Hunter likeness of it. It's just that Monster Hunter was the first and the most well-known to create a game where you're hunting giant, monsters. The main difference, of course, is that Horizon focuses primarily on being able to knock off chunks off of those robots. Hence, you're kind of seeing the way the game can go a little bit above something like Monster Hunter, just more options and more customization. And this is where the multiplayer Horizon game comes in, I think, because I think the multiplayer game, the Guerrilla multiplayer game that's already in the works, that's gonna feel much more like Monster Hunter. And I'm actually okay with that because, quite frankly, I think Monster Hunter Wilds was a bit disappointing. More than a bit. I think it was quite disappointing because I didn't grow up on the Monster Hunter franchise. I didn't, but I do love the Horizon franchise. And because I started the Horizon franchise, I actually looked into Monster Hunter because, of course, of the similarities. And on that front, Horizon, the game, the combat in Horizon is light years above Monster Hunter. Light years above Monster Hunter. I'm sorry, that's my point. Now, I do understand that Monster Hunter is more melee and Horizon is more ranged combat and traps, but I think just the natural flow and movement of Horizon is just way better. From the very first Horizon game, just way better. Sure, we can debate that, and I'm open to that. So that's a question. Which franchise do you think is a better representation of fighting giant creatures? I think right now Horizon is doing a better job at that, and that's where the multiplayer Horizon is going to come in, because the multiplayer Horizon should play more like Monster Hunter, as in it will not be open world. But again, that's the question, right? Because Horizon game is open world, the MMO is going to be open world, but a Monster Hunter style game may not work for open world, especially if it's multiplayer. So we might be dealing with some with the orb hub. We might be dealing with a hub system. Okay, lastly on Horizon, we also do know that there is also still an Horizon, third Horizon installment coming that should conclude the Aloy story. When that's coming, we don't know. So the question is, how exactly are they going to fit all of that in within the PS5 era? It might just be possible that the third Horizon franchise will actually be a PS6 game, which, to be honest, I would be perfectly okay with. I really would. If in the next 5 years, the two Horizon things we get are the multiplayer game and the MMO. And then with the release of the with the PS6, we get the third Horizon game. I actually think that would be okay. And with that, I think this video is done. Leave a comment below if you are a fan of the Horizon franchise, or if there's anything that I missed that you wanted to point out. Also, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. There are more videos coming, a lot more videos coming. Please help the channel out with any support that you can. As always, thank you for watching.